I'll you're bringing love's presence from eternity. You have to admit it is a steady state in eternity. So we're bringing that aspect of eternity into the space-time world, into our day today. But in our true paradise, this daily practice is very real. It's not like, oh, I can do it today, I couldn't do it yesterday, or I can't do it tomorrow. In fact, I always jokingly remind you that there is no yesterday, there is no tomorrow, there's only today. So every day today is always the same opportunity. And this is, again, what we would define as paradise, where we have a steady state, always available, our choice, we're the masters, have the ability to bring it, okay? And so again, there may be conditions in the sense we go on a spiritual retreat or meditation retreat or whatever, and in those conditions, it's easy. I've created my paradise here in Ecuador, where for me, every day is easy because there's very little that would be interference patterns in this construction that I've manifested. Okay, I choose not to get in the car and drive into the city very often. In fact, I am today doing just that, to do a couple errands. But in general, again, the key is to think, okay, this isn't conditional. Like, I have to be here in my beautiful eco resort in the countryside. I carry this steady state with me in the car into Cuenca doing errands. I can still be in that peaceful place. Again, it's practice. It's practice. It doesn't mean that we're perfect. We do it perfectly every moment, but we find that it gets easier. It's easier to recognize this calm radiance everywhere we go, and to feel, again, we want to always at least be at this place of acceptance. Okay, I'm driving the car. Okay, I accept I'm driving the car. I have to pay attention, but I can still be peaceful inside. And I could look at information online and people talking about one thing or the other, and I can engage or not, a choice we always have. Sometimes we engage, sometimes we choose to get drawn into that egoic state, right? Remember, we always carry that tribal and egoic state within us, and we can choose to engage at those levels of consciousness anytime we choose. It's always a choice. So we can be in bliss, we can be in gratitude, we can be in acceptance, we can be in anger, we can be in fear. We can choose. It's our choice. It's very clear by this stage of our development that these conditions don't influence our state of mind. We choose. We choose our state of mind. So again, each of us, because we're still practicing, we're in one stage or another of our move into mastery, it's still certainly lovely to have little reminders. Boy, I remember 1995, Montana, being in this place with Larry, being in this heaven-like experience that I could create each year for a little while and then go back to Minnesota and my marriage and my business and whatever. Those things that would be less than heaven, conditions that would be more appropriate for egoic conflict and whatever. Engaging in the world, it's our choice how we choose to engage in the world. It's very easy. It's very easy to drop down into an egoic level of conflict. And hopefully we create conditions where it's just as easy not to do that. To choose peace, at least this acceptance. But that's what I say. It's like in a place of acceptance is very neutral, which is good. Neutral is good. But I would say the positivity of gratitude. This is why as we practice, we can learn. And I remember even doing it with my ex-wife in the marriage, returning from Montana and just being in this really grateful, happy place, and remembering to be grateful for, the experience that she gave me to practice high levels of forgiveness with her, with myself. And that was what that marriage was all about, was this graduation, this like graduate school program, because remember, really that was the last time that I experienced special love and special hatred to a really strong degree. And that's the nature of the relationship. That's what it's for. Okay, for us to bring special love and special hatred to the surface so we can see it clearly, feel it, not pretty, let it go. Again, the transformation for us, moving through the West where there's lots of specialness, moving into the North, this king, queen paradise, where we're moving beyond specialness. We don't choose specialness as our conditional daily life. We choose paradise. We choose a steady state, this new earth that's beyond specialness. No longer does magical thinking rule the day. Doesn't mean that we don't have magical thoughts from time to time, but it's not what describes our paradise. Our paradise is described, remember, by the timeless realm that we bring into the space-time world. So again, identification, because once we move with our consciousness outside of space-time conditions into the timeless realm, that's where we feel perfection, where we know reality, and then we do our best to translate that into the conditional world. Like I say, walking with one foot in eternity, one foot in conditional space-time world, and enjoying this dance, okay, in duality, being in it, being fully immersed in it, not being hiding away in a cave. Again, this is what people used to need to do, would be sequester themselves in a monastic place, a cave, removing themselves from the conditional world. But those of us today in the modern world, most of us have been asked to fully participate in the world and find a way into mastery while still participating in the world. You know, this is again what Carolyn Mace talked about, the 1,000 points of light, that we would be this light in the world. It's a great thing. And again, I've talked, and I'll talk, and I'll talk, and I'll talk about it every day with you, because it's so important that we deepen in our knowledge, we deepen in our wisdom, we bring these gifts to the world that needs knowledge and wisdom. The world is crying for true knowledge and true wisdom to help it, our world, our species, through a very, very challenging era. Okay, we talked about that plenty. Okay, our function every day to the best of our ability to be this light that will guide those who do choose a new way, a new earth. Okay, blessings.